Okay, so it's been a while. The last time I uploaded was February 11th, and I was going to record my stuff. I live here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I was going to document how I was doing during the COVID shutdown, lockdown, and I found that I really could not record. I found that I really started to have trouble just dealing with the isolation. We went into lockdown probably about 2 weeks after that last video went up, sometime end of February, beginning of March, and it was rough. 2 months of really not being able to go anywhere. My gyms, both of my gyms were shut down. I couldn't go anywhere to work out. It was kind of snowy for a while. I'll put up some clips of some of the snowy stuff that I had to kind of deal with pretty much on my own, and so I just really didn't do well. I wasn't able to really record anything. I would try half-heartedly to record something, but I was like, no, this is really going to be a very negative sort of video, and I didn't want to do that. If we go into lockdown again, I will probably try to document myself better, especially try to write more. I keep a blog online, and I also keep a private journal in my computer. Try to record my thoughts because I was really surprised at how poorly I did during the shutdown, during the lockdown. In Milwaukee, until the Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court, overruled the lockdown, pretty much everything was closed for February, March, and April, pretty much. And then they just started to release things. And now it is September 29th. And as of right now, I'd say of my businesses that I usually go to, most are allowing some indoor seating, some kind of indoor seating. Many have only takeout availability, and a few are even still shut down, and a few are now shut down forever. So kind of a mixed bag, but during the height of the shutdown, during March and April, it was rough. Nothing was open. I was able to get some delivery, but you can only do that so much. I was getting delivery just to beat the monotony, and I really wasn't as badly affected as some of my other friends and coworkers are. I mean, at least I still had a job that I was able to work as a nurse. I mean, gosh, I could work actually way more than I'm supposed to work. But I had a job, 36 hours a week, 3 12-hour shifts a week, where I interacted with patients and staff. And even with that, I really did very badly during my days off. I found myself very listless. I tried to set up a workout schedule where I found an old version of a Reebok tape that Reebok had done many years ago. I want to say 30 years ago on step aerobics, and I was able to find that video and on YouTube, and I ordered a step platform, and I did step aerobics for a while, and that was okay. I mean, that was all right, but that only lasted a couple of weeks. And I had ordered some bands to do some resistance work with using bands, but they never arrived. They were a product from China. My sister Karen, very gratefully, she sent me some bands that she wasn't using, and then by the time those got here and where I was kind of comfortable using them, then the shutdown was starting to lift. So I was able to get the gyms were back open, and so at least for some hours. And at this point in end of September, the main gym that I go to here in Milwaukee, which is the Wisconsin Athletic Club, their 24-hour facility in West Dallas is no longer 24 hours. So they have traditional hours around 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, until about 9 o'clock at night. So which was a big bummer for me because I liked going in the middle of the night. And my other gym, Brickyard Gym, pretty much same usual. Once they opened up, they were back to their normal hours, slightly abbreviated, I believe. Yeah, I wasn't able to really, do any of my workouts during the shutdown, and so that really affected me psychologically, not having anything to do or anywhere to go. Restaurants were closed, movie theaters, which was a major outlet for me to get out and, escape the world. Those were all shut down, and they have just now started to open back up. I went to see Tenet for my birthday back in earlier September, and that was weird being in a theater because I had not gone since before New Year's, I don't think, was the last time I'd gone to a movie. So that was good and interesting, and Tenet was a really good movie. I'm probably going to want to watch it again. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, but now toward the end of September, things are open, but I fear that we're going to go into shutdown again. We have had an increase in cases in the state of Wisconsin. I also noticed an increase in cases throughout the United States, and I just feel like we are probably going to need to go into lockdown again at the end of October or into November when the flu season really hits hard. That's just my estimation. So I'm getting prepared for that psychologically, but I have more company now because I took in a roommate, a very good friend of mine who needed a place to stay, and which really provided me some company to. Now, even if we go into lockdown, at least I will have someone to interact with, and his dog Sophie. And so, but between that, at least I'll have somebody to talk to. But it's still going to be hard not having a gym to go to and not having anywhere to go. No, by then, probably the restaurants will close again, maybe only have takeout, if that. And delivery, which is okay. But anyway. So other than that, I did okay. I also just recently had a health checkup, and I had been down, let's see, I'd gone from 185 pounds to 156 pounds, and over the course of like 6 months, and when I went in for my checkup a couple of days ago, I found out that, oh no, this was totally dressed with jeans, and no shoes, but just jeans and a t-shirt and stuff, that I had weighed in at about 162 pounds. So that was kind of distressing, but I have been eating not quite so great. However, my hemoglobin A1C had only taken a little uptick. It went up from 6.1 to 6.3. All of my other labs, all of my other electrolytes and blood counts, everything else was completely normal, and urinalysis was completely normal. So the only thing that's slightly off is the fact that my A1C, which I had hoped to go below 6, is now from 6.1 to 6.3. However, the literature says that if you are a type 2 diabetic, which I am, and I'm on oral hypoglycemics, that the goal is to stay below 7.0. So with that, I'm kind of meeting goal, but I don't want to be, I think my highest was 7.0, maybe even a little bit more. Maybe it was 7.4. It was the highest I ever was, and that was when I was very much overweight, and even though I'm still officially overweight, my BMI is just slightly over 30. I think my BMI is 30.2, 30.3, something like that. And so, pretty pleased with that. I'd like to get to be below 30 again. I think I was like 29.8 at one point, and I was really proud of myself. Going to the gym, having stuff to do, being able to walk around this summer was great. It was just wonderful to not be isolated in the house anymore and to be able to get out and then having company, having a roommate in the house. Kind of keeping me from getting really lonely. And now theaters are back open. I'm probably going to see either today or tomorrow. I might see Star Wars Return of the Jedi because they're having some kind of a 40-year anniversary showing at the Marcus Theater Bistroplex here in Milwaukee. And so I'll probably go to that either tonight or tomorrow. Let's see, what else is new? I also got a new laptop. I had decided that my desktop was just not able to play World of Warcraft, which my good friend Matt and I had been playing, and so I wanted to get a new laptop so I could run WoW at a higher resolution, and so I'm really happy with it. And then I promptly stopped playing WoW, so I don't know what that's all about. I mean, I did play WoW some, but not like when I was first learning, where I would play for 6 hours a day pretty routinely. I think that's just more an aspect of the fact that I have much more things to do and more activity and more places to go now. Who knows, maybe when we go into another lockdown, I'll probably work on my WoW characters. But, it's better to go outside than to try to play on the laptop, I think, or at least that's what I believe. And so I try to kind of go outside more and go to the gym, work out, walk around the neighborhood. I'll try to get some clips of that in. Other than that, that's all I wanted to say for this update. I wanted to cover my hair because I was doing a video earlier and I was talking about getting my hair dyed. I'm now 58 years old, and so my hair normally is, I would say, 70%, maybe 80% gray. And then when I moved here to Milwaukee, I decided I didn't want to be gray anymore. So I pulled out the gel, and so I went over how to use hair gel without going through so much of it. That's probably what my next clip is going to be. Alright, and then after that, after I got my hair dyed this morning, decided to do this video clip. I don't know how much B-roll I'll get into it before I code it into a video. But kind of show that I'm still here, and I'm sorry I didn't really update anything at all during the COVID lockdown. So I'll probably do better. I feel like we're all going to be in it again, end of October or towards the end of November for sure. Okay, that's all I have. You all stay safe. See you soon.